Now this is my second video at Jack by Design. I just want to say thank you to all of those of you who viewed my video, who commented or liked or got back to me with feedback on my video. Thanks to those who've shared it too. The people who've come back and said they would like to see me doing some glass painting, they would find that helpful, useful or entertaining. Thank you, that's great. And I do hope to get something up later in the week, this week coming. It is a hugely steep learning curve for me. I do have a lot of things, technical and technological things to learn, and my husband is very good at that sort of thing, but I am not. But I want to learn, and so hopefully I will have a video up for you to see later in the week. In the meantime, I am on today to do a next wee snippet of the whole thing of working from home when you're not used to. Working from home is quite a big adjustment. Some of you may have experienced short periods of time of working from home. Either you've had an afternoon off or a couple of hours off to attend an appointment or do something, and you've worked from home, and that's fine. You may have some kind of idea of what you're doing, how to do it. But when you're working from home and that is your main workplace, it can be quite difficult to adjust your head to that. It can be quite stretching, quite challenging, and if you're finding it tough right now, that's okay. It's quite a big change to manage. Never mind the other stuff that's going on around us in our society right now and all the big changes that are happening there. When we're talking about your work, you are adjusting to quite a major change, which is your workplace is in your home. Now, most people, when they're at home, they think, I'm at leisure, I'm free to do what I need to do or what I want to do. Other people think of others being at home and being at leisure. Oh, you're not at work today, you're at home, and they think that you're then at leisure. And there's that whole mindset that we have picked up on and that we need to adjust. We need to rethink that actually in this season we're working from home, and even though we're at home, we're not at leisure. Now, one of the ways of delineating the two, of making a separation between I'm now at home with my family, I'm at leisure, I can do other things, normal family household things, or I'm at work, is to have a dedicated workspace. Now, for some people that will be an easy thing. They have an office, they have a spare bedroom, they have a space that you can set up as your workspace. I'm very fortunate where I live now. I have my own room and it's a great space to have. I can shut the door, I can be at work, the door is shut, other people in my household know that not to necessarily just walk right in. Then again, at the end of the day, I can leave this space, I can shut the door and know that I'm no longer at work. And in your head and your psychology, that's a really good thing to have. Now, for several years before this though, I did not have that. I had a space, quite a few shelves in a cupboard that were mine for my stuff. But my painting space was in the family living room. It was a living room, dining room, and I had a leaf of the dining table that I would set up as my painting space. Now, that has its own challenges. It has challenges because that's your family space, and right now your family are at home as well, and there'll be other spaces in the house they can use for certain hours of the day. But you're going to have to share your space, your workspace, or the room that your workspace is in with other people. So it's negotiating that, and that is negotiating changes that you might not have to do at your work. It may be that you have a hot desk situation, or you share a workspace, an actual desk and workspace with someone else, and you'll have the challenges of coming in for your shift, someone's moved your stuff, your chair's been repositioned. It's those kind of frustrations and niggles that you'll have to deal with in your own home. At the end of a painting day, I had a crate that I would put all my equipment and all my paints into, my table cover, and that would go back in the cupboard. My glass that I had painted would go on a large windowsill that we had in the living room at the time. So at the end of my working day, the whole space transitioned to be our normal family room. For me, the working day finished when my son came home from school. So it's earlier than a normal working day. My working hours would be different. I would sometimes pick up my painting later on in the evening when my son had gone to bed. So some of the changing in your thinking might be changing the way you think about when your work is going to happen. Some of you may not have that choice. Your employer might want you to work certain hours in a certain space, and that then is managing the change with your family and finding out how that can work with the other people in your household. So for me, the top tip was having a dedicated space that, if you need it to, can be packed away. If you have a crate or some kind of place that you can put all your stuff that no one will go into, that everything's going to be where you left it at the end of your day. So that would be my top tip for today, is to have a space that you set up, that you get working for the way you need it to work, and then at the end of your working day, whether that's earlier than you expect, whether you have to do it in different bits and pieces or later on in the day, that you can pack it away at the end of the day and then know, now I'm at home. My workspace has disappeared, it's not there anymore, it's all tidied away, or it's all in a little pile in a crate in the corner, and I'm at home. So that's what I wanted to talk about today. If there's anything that comes up from this video that you have questions, or you have tips that you've used that really work for you that might help others, please comment and see if other people can benefit from your experience. So I'm going to leave it there for today, and I will jump on again tomorrow with some more. Okay.